friends, today I am going to discuss about chapter number 1 and the basic concepts in matter. So the learning objectives are: what are the physical properties and the chemical properties of matter, and how physical and chemical change take place in a matter. At the end of the lecture, you have to become a detective to tell me that the things which I have written in the lecture are the physical changes or chemical changes. So let's start. The physical properties of matter, the properties that are associated with the physical state of a substance. In other words, I can say with the appearance of a substance. And definitely the change in appearance can be judged by 5 senses. Change in color, change in smell, taste, hardness, shape of a crystal, and the melting and boiling points can be definitely understood by means of eyes, by visualizing. So the physical change or the change in appearance can easily be understood and predictable by means of 5 senses. In case of a physical change, no new substance will form. Like if I change ice into water and then water into steam, the chemical formula of water will not change. Only the water is changing its appearance. It only changing its states. So the new substance will not form in case of a physical change. Similarly, if I cut a wood, what happens? New substance is formed? No. Wood will remain wood even after cutting. Most of the physical changes are reversible. Like I have given you the example of melting of ice. Similarly, melting of wax in a candle is an example of physical change, while the burning of candle is an example of chemical change, which I will going to tell you in the next slide. In the case of physical change, mass of the substance mostly don't change. Ice is converting into water. Mass of ice and water will remain same. By the conversion, the mass of ice and water will not change. So in most of cases, mass of the substance will not disturb. In case of a physical change, very less energy change take place, like the boiling of water or a melting of ice cream. That's not the lots and lots of energy which is absorbing or releasing, like in a chemical change where the burning of wood shows lots of energy to be released. So in physical properties, we have melting of ice, melting of wax, boiling of water, and a cutting of tree. In common example, if I break a plate, it is a physical change? Yes, because the plate changes into small pieces. But this is not the new substance which is formed. So it's a physical change. While in case of chemical change, the properties which depend upon the composition of a substance. When a chemical change occurs, a new substance formed. It is an irreversible change and the mass of the substance changes. For example, if I burn a candle, candle is made up of hydrocarbons, and when it burns, it changes into carbon dioxide and water vapors. Can I get back the candle? No. Carbon dioxide is a gas, So definitely it will gonna evaporate. So this is an example of chemical change. It is an irreversible change. A very common example of fireworks. How we carry out the fireworks? In fireworks, we give very little energy to the powder. The powder of fireworks is mostly made up of sulfur and charcoal. Now when we burn it with a matchstick, it changes into light and sound. We can able to see lots of creativity in firework. So the mass of the compound changes into light and sound. This is a chemical change. More energy takes place in case of a chemical change. If we burn a wood or set a fire, what happens? Coal changes into ash. Carbon burns in the presence of oxygen and changes into carbon dioxide. This is a chemical change. So burning of coal, burning of wood, burning of a candle, and rusting of iron, and the rotten fruits by which we cannot get back our fruit again. This is an example of chemical change. Now, are you able to differentiate between a physical and chemical change? Let's discuss. Broken plate. A broken plate. Is it a physical change or a chemical change? It is a physical change. Although it's not reversible, but the new substance, the new plate, is not formed in the case of a broken plate. So it's a physical change. Rusting of iron. Can we get back the same thing after rusting? Never. Once the metal gets rusted, it can never be get back in the same form. So this is an example of a chemical change. Ripening of a fruit. A fresh and new fruit is formed by means of a chemical change. So this is a chemical change. Can you get back the egg after frying it? Never. This is a chemical change. Melting of an ice cream. No mass change occurs. You can definitely freeze it again to get an ice cream. So it's a physical change. Burning of paper. Burning of paper produces carbon dioxide. Can you get back the carbon dioxide? No. So it's a chemical change. Curdling of milk is a chemical change, because once the milk gets curdled, it can never be milk again. Cutting of a wood. If we cut a wood, we can get a piece of wood. This is not a new substance. So it's a physical change. I hope you can differentiate between physical and chemical change. Thank you so much.